Hi, this is a short demonstration of the new tool batch stacked WC export in Espresso version 1.2. What I have here is Espresso with some data from an EM710 loaded. What I'm showing here is the content of this folder of data. So in Espresso, you need the .all files and the .wcd files in the same folder. Here, those files have already been converted in Espresso. That's why you have this coffee files folder with the converted data in it. And they show as black here, showing they've already been converted. And I've already loaded the first file here in green, showing what the data look like in the water column view and the stacked water column view. I am showing you this because you basically need to set the settings that you want the tool to run with. Because what you're going to do is export this view exactly. So here what we're showing is the raw data. I have actually already processed the data using these settings, and I'm going to change the display to show that data already processed. You need to update the color scale to show accordingly. So here's the processed data. So it's a little bit cleaner. What I have applied is that particular case is that I have removed the bottom echo and the data under, and I have applied the filter for the side lobe artifact. So that's all it's showing here. This particular stacked view is controlled by those display parameters here. So not only the color scale and the fact that we are showing the processed data, but also the fact that we are stacking in range and that we are limiting it to the beams contained between -30 and 30 degrees. And we have 300 pings in that stack, so going from the first ping to the 300th. To show you how you're going to change the parameters, say for example here I want to show 1000 pings worth of data. Wait for the display to update. Now you get 1000 pings, and then when you're happy with this view and you want to apply it to the entire folder of data, now you can go to Tools, to the menu Tools, and run Batch Stacked WC Export. You get a window that explains to you what the tool is going to do and summarize the parameters that are relevant to process the data, stack it, and how we're going to display the stack view. And that this processing and that display is going to be applied to all of the files in this folder, which again is the same one that's listed in your data files at the beginning. By default, the tool is going to convert the files if they are not converted, and then remove those converted files so that you don't build up converted data in your hard drive. But if you wish to keep the converted files because you want to explore them later, you can check that checkbox to be able to keep them. Once you're happy with those settings and parameters, you click Proceed, and it's going to ask you for a folder where to export those images, which by default is your export folder and your Espresso folder and your My Documents. Here I'm going to create a quick folder just for this demo. Select the folder, and now the tool is running. Starting with the first file, what it's doing currently, and you can follow on the console, is that it's currently loading the data. Then it's going to process it, it's going to stack it, it's going to display it according to your parameters. Take a screenshot for your 1 to 100,000 ping, and then move on to the next block of 1000 ping and take a screenshot, etc., etc. And it's going to save it into this demo folder here. In the folder you precise, there's only one file for it at the moment in it, and it is a text file that record the settings that were used for this set of screenshots. So you always have a track of the parameters that generated the screenshots that you're going to have. If if you want to cancel the process, you can just click on the cross for this window. And it might take a while because you don't want to interrupt while it's loading the data, but eventually you will get a window that asks you if you want to cancel this process. In the meantime, I'll show you the result since I already run this process. So I already run everything. And what you get is a series of PNG files for the screenshot. And then you can use the tools in Windows File Explorer or any other tool you have to visualize image to rapidly go through all the screenshots. And there you go. This is how you use the new batch stack WC export in Espresso version 1.2.